Homestead OC here. We're doing our last few preparations before we get going. Got our kill cone here. We're going to collect the blood in these wood chips and compost that for some blood meal. We don't want to waste anything. Like I said earlier, I've got a Filipino friend that wants the feet. Another one asked about the heads, but then he said he was just joking. So I don't know. I think I'm going to save everything and just kind of throw away the guts that no one's going to want, and try and find a use for all of this. Never done this before, so I'm just kind of doing what I think is going to help me on the way. So I got these little hooks to hang them by their feet, and then they'll drain into these buckets. I'm going to do 6 at a time. That's all that I think my little cage is going to take. Might be able to get a few more in there, but I think 6 is going to be a little bit crowded. Got everything in a close proximity to where I'm going to be working. I was going to go, way back there so the chickens couldn't see, but they can't see what's going on behind these totes, and it makes it a lot easier. So I think I'm going to put a tarp up across here, so they don't see me on the butchering station. The pot's going to be inside on our indoor stove. I was trying to find something outdoor to hook up to our outdoor gas line. It just never came to, and the gas line is further away than the kitchen stove anyway, so it just makes sense to use the kitchen stove and save some money on a cooker or on a burner. But eventually I want something like an outdoor burner or portable burner I can set up and take down. It would make more sense, and maybe on the second or third time I'll figure out a better way. So we're gonna get started. I'm just gonna try and grab them by size. They've been off feed since last night, but they have figured out how to pop off these little feeder blockers I have here when they were facing the other way. So I had to go in there and flip them all around, and that stopped them. So they're all hungry. There is feed in the little box I have back here, so the smaller hens that are in no risk of being slaughtered today can get in and eat. I'm going to start with the roosters, the biggest guys. It's kind of hard to see because it doesn't want to focus on the hardware cloth, but this guy here, he's probably the biggest one. And then there's a few more that are pretty big in here. That one. We're gonna keep her. Yeah, it's hard for me to point it out here, so I'll just stop trying to point them out to you, and we'll see them again in the catch cage. I won't be videoing me catching these guys just because I'm doing this as a one-man show. My wife's not really into it yet, but maybe one day she'll come around and want to help me. And my boys are too small right now, so they're not much help. But I told them they can come out and help or watch if they want to. I've explained it to them what we're doing, and they don't really get it yet. So I invited them if they want to be here, but I imagine they're probably not gonna want to see it, or they might run inside. I don't know. We'll see about that. Yeah. So let's catch some chickens and get started. All right, we caught the biggest 6. They're all cockerels. They're all pretty heavy. Still a few more cockerels in there, and it seems like a lot of the hens are ones that I might end up keeping. So this This might not be a full 20 birds like I was thinking. It might end up more being like 10 to 15-ish. So I'm not going to show any of the killing part. So don't worry if you're squeamish about that. It's not going to come. And if you did want to see it, this is my first time, so it's probably not the right way to do it anyway, and it's probably better that you learn from somebody else. So maybe later on, once I get better at it, I can show something and do a proper video. But this is just kind of for my own documentary purposes, and hopefully give some other people some inspiration to do it themselves. So here's the setup. I added a couple boards behind here to stick it out a ways so the blood will drip right into the buckets with my wood chips in there. And then I got a bigger one here for the first slit. So I'm gonna slit their throat here, wait till they expire, and then I'll hang them on here so they can drip into these, and I'll cut their head off here. Save the heads. Some of my Filipino or other Asian ethnicity friends might have an interest in them. I prefer it to be used for something. I'm not going to eat any chicken heads, and I'm not going to eat any chicken feet. Some friends have already expressed interest in the feet, so good for them. I applaud it. He's going to cook them up, and I get to try them, so maybe I'll be chicken foot connoisseur at some point, but I don't think so. It's just something I'd like to try. So we'll get going here. It was hard to catch these guys, but they have calmed down quite a bit. It's just when I'm in the coop and I'm chasing them all around, they're getting a little bit stressed out. So I got them over here in the shade, waiting on the water, the scalding water, to get up to temperature, and then once that's there, we'll start it. I'm getting real nervous, but I'm also excited, and it's gonna happen. So here we go. Looks like I'm a little too hot, so we'll turn the temperature down. We need it around 145 to 150. Turned it down quite a bit and took the lid off, so hope it'll cool down quick. I don't want to waste any ice putting it in there. I need it for the ice bath. I also need to get a cool water bath set up, so we'll do that and check back in. Okay, we got all the cool bath ready. I had to go to the store to get some ice. Let's check the temperature here. Right on the money. Or about 148, 149, maybe 150. So we'll leave the top off, and let's make our way over to the slaughter station. All right, we've got 4 so far. I think next time I do this, I'm gonna put these a little closer together. I have to get them on there just right so they hang and they're just kind of dripping out. That one's still rattling. Once it's done, I'll hang that up, and I have 2 more to go. All right, got them defeathered. Running out of time. I'm working by myself. I've only got 6, but we're gonna gut these, take the feet, cut the necks off. Didn't do the best job on plucking. Yeah. Just gotta keep practicing. I don't know. So we'll get these cut up. I think we're gonna do them whole. Put them in the ice bath for now, and let them sit for a day or 2. We've got a lot of flies going on here, so we're gonna get these done. All right, 6 chickens done. They're on ice, cleaned, really good. We're gonna let them sit out here overnight. The mother-in-law next door's got a nice dinner for us. It's not chicken. I volunteered chicken, but we're doing steak. So pretty happy I'm not eating chicken today, because it was way longer and way harder than I ever thought it would be. I was trying to get 20 done today, and I got 6 in about 3 hours. So some things I'm going to do different next time. I'm tall. This table is too short. Where I had the water, I had to bend over to get to it. The plucking took, it was easier at first, but then I couldn't get all the itty bitty hairs and everything that was in there, so it took a really long time. Scalded one of the chickens too long, and a lot of the skin started coming off. I didn't puncture any gallbladders, but I punctured the vent and was able to rinse it out pretty good, really fast. It was just a little bit they got on there, and washed it out really good. Saved all the feet and all the gizzards for my friends. Nobody wanted the chicken heads, so we're just gonna compost those in the black soldier fly larva bin. I'm saving the livers, the kidneys, the heart, and not really sure what to do with that yet, but should be something good. And the necks, also saving those for my Filipino friends. And before I go to dinner, I went ahead and uncovered all the feeders for these guys left. We're gonna do the rest of the roosters, and we'll probably keep all of the hens after today, because it was a lot of work, and we're doing pretty good selling fertilized eggs, so I think that's what we might be getting into. And then we'll butcher some hens after the 2-year mark, and that's kind of like the new plan now. We'll see how the next batch of roosters goes, and then I might be getting better at it and decide to do the hens as well. But first things first is the roosters, and yeah, that'll be, we'll try again tomorrow, see what we can do. I won't video that, but I'll give you guys an update the next chance I do a video. One other thing I was disappointed with was the size of my roosters. They felt heavy, but once I got down to it, they looked kind of skinny. A couple were pretty big, but that's kind of like an average one. It just felt skinnier than it was, and I chalked that up to the breed. I went heavy on the Well-Summer Americana mix because I was originally going for olive egg laying hens, and that's just not a good cross for meat birds. So going forward, we're going to focus more on the Buff Orpington. Bigger bird, better egg layer, better dual purpose bird all around. But a lot of hard work. Thanks everyone for watching. I really appreciate it. Make sure and like, comment, subscribe, and check back in for more videos of the chicken and homesteading nature. And have a great day.